everyone, it's Chris Cook, Independent Sensei Consultant, but we're here today for our discussion on health and fitness after 50. I am 54, and I have recently lost about 37 pounds, 39 pounds, somewhere around there. I have like 12 to 14 pounds more I would like to lose. But this is really discussing mostly, I feel like, I don't know, I'm not quite, maybe that's a little bit better, that light. I'm on the couch with my doggies, so hopefully Coco's good. I am enjoying a blended coffee. This is from the Ninja Professional Blender, Food Processor, and like smoothie maker. The blades go right on there. It's a half a protein shake, a cup of cold brew, ice, and some Jordan's Skinny Syrup with a keto Cool Whip and the Jordan Skinny Caramel, whatever. Could use a little more flavor, but I am good and I'm happy with that. If you would like to hear me talk about any of my Ninja Creamy recipes that are protein-based, same basic type recipe, let me know. I have been enjoying those made with a protein shake. The protein shake is the Premier Protein caramel popcorn, and it is wonderful, and it's perfect for something like this. I do use it in hot coffee as well. I just think it has a lot of flavor compared to some of the others. But yeah, we are going to talk about what I'm doing with the Tracy Anderson method. That's generally what these videos are about. But in the past few weeks, I've talked about this before and I'm not going to dwell on it. I probably need to see a doctor, but I have a lot of gastrointestinal issues that are going on. Bloated a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's too much dairy. I don't know. I've tried a few medicines over the counter. Things really don't work for me, but they don't always affect me either. Again, don't want to dwell on it, but even with those issues, I'm not losing weight. In fact, I'm like going up and down a pound. But again, I don't know. Is it because I'm not doing cardio? Should I add the Tracy Anderson cardio? I don't really like it. I've done it in the past. I've done it a few months ago on a different video, not on the metamorphosis, which is what we're talking about. Of course, she does have her online program that's $90 a month. Or maybe starts at $90 a month. I don't know. I know that I like her workouts, but what I did was rebuy all 4 programs, actually. There were some on YouTube. I did like 4 levels of, I believe it was Hipcentric, on YouTube, level like 1 through 4, 2 weeks each, level 8, and then a few of her other videos that I bought, and then at January 1st, I started on Abcentric. So I have just completed level 6, and we are talking about levels 5 and 6. We talk about 2 at a time. Both of these levels, I would suggest that you wear your tennis shoes. I have in the past done it barefoot, other levels. My UGG slippers, which work out pretty good, but I find anything with plank positions require me to wear tennis shoes, and I'm okay with that. Day 1 of level 5, in that evening, my ribs were sore, okay? I talk about what is sore for the first day or two. because there's almost always something. So those in level 5, my ribs were sore. Day 2 in the evening, my tight shoulder blade on my right that is always hurt was just extremely, it just to another level sore. And it was the muscles for sure. Day 2 was still hard to do. One arm exercises. There's 2 of them. So you're generally either on a knee or a plank and just one arm on the ground. And I believe that both of these levels really challenge our balance quite a bit. And I know it's something I need to work on, but in level 5, it kind of went back and forth quite a bit as to whether or not I could do it. I know that a lot of times it really does take concentration and the flow. And in level 6, she mentions energy. And if you can feel that, if you can get it all together, you can do it. It might take a few days, but you can do it. But really, even like on level 6, there were level 6, I felt my balance was better than level 5. But not all the time. If something else was on my mind, not all the time. Definitely, I struggled through it. I felt like on day 8 of level 5 that my balance was great. Day 9, not so much. Those were my notes. At some points, I felt like my left side was better than my right, which is, maybe unusual, maybe not. But that's really what I struggled with in level 5. Level 6, what I did, and I have been, actually with these 2 levels, I actually recorded her onto my iPad for each level so that I had it in writing as to what was happening. So I just did like a voice dictation on a note. You gotta be good, honey. Quiet. And recorded exactly what you were saying and just had my phone near me. That looks like, well, this isn't it. But it does look a lot like this. And these are my notes from my video. Level 6 in Abcentric. Again, I said wear shoes. Slide planks, there's 2 of them. The second one harder than the first, but they're hard for me. I was like, side planks are hard. You're going to use a weight more than just for your arm sequence. One other thing I noticed in the arm sequence, this was without the weights, the beginning arm sequence. I noticed that you're using those ab moves a little bit more. And I'm wondering, did I not notice this before? It's not all the way through it, but she definitely sneaks them in there. So yeah, definitely noticed that. And level 6, so you are using a weight during some of your floor work, the second half of it. Balance is challenged greatly in this level. And I feel, again, like I did better with the balance moves in level 6 than level 5. I noticed the first move, you're kind of in a kneeling lunge position, and then you take your leg back across you. And, she's really stressing that you only use one hand on the ground, and it's the same knee that's on the ground. So if your right leg's going back, your left knee and arm are going down. Challenging but I notice that you're really using your abs as you come up, if you can get that. There were days when I was pretty good with it, days where I sucked at it all the way through. But I do feel like overall I did better with the balance moves, but certainly not perfect. I had to slow down a section here and there, as some were confusing at first. Pause button is always your friend. No matter, where you're getting these videos from. I even had to pause and rewind a little bit in the ab section. She does not really talk about the ab moves in these videos. And, I was kind of finding myself a little bit behind at times. Just, one move, but then you miss something, right? So always use your pause button if you feel like you need to. My day one soreness wasn't really that bad. Just a little bit of all over soreness. But yeah, nothing really that bad, no specific area for probably just a second time during this abcentric sequence. I noticed a bit of the ab movement during the opening arm levels. I'd love to know, though, if you're doing this, has this always been a thing? Did I miss it? I don't know. On day 4, the first exercise where you're like lunging on one knee and then bringing that leg back, I said about that, I noticed if I can keep my balance, I'm definitely working my abs on the way back up into that position. And I didn't notice that until day 4, maybe because I didn't really have my balance until then. I found the hard part without putting my left hand, the opposite hand down. But again, once you notice those particular things, that you really are working your abs in a certain position that you might not have thought before, you are working on getting better at it, and you will improve. I tend to, use that pause button I wrote on here. And number 3, I didn't realize this until several days in. She explains that you're on your knee and you're kind of doing like a side plank up, arm to the ceiling, toe to the ceiling. In the middle of that, because you're not watching her the entire time, she actually goes from knee until like toe, plank. So you're in like a knee plank and then a toe plank. And she doesn't tell you. There's 20 reps of that exercise. She never actually tells you that. So I didn't realize until I caught her doing the switch over. And I never got that really good at all. I gave up the last few days of even trying. I never got it on the toe. So, maybe next time around when I do the Abcentric again, we'll get it. And then the last thing I wanted to say about this section, instead of going from right to left, I actually rewound and played with the instructions again because I felt like I needed them a lot. Just for those simple reminders of where your leg's going, what position you're in when you kick it back, those kind of things. I did not do measurements this time. Should I have? I forgot. I will. Yeah, I kind of on purpose, kind of by accident, not doing those. I kind of had a full day today, and I haven't been seeing really that much of a difference. Maybe a quarter inch here and there. So I expect the results are the same. Last Wednesday, so today's Friday, so a week and a half ago, was my husband's birthday. We went out to eat on his birthday. Him and I shared one of those free desserts at Longhorn Steakhouse. I splurged big time. Because I haven't been having sugar, guys. But loved that. And then he chose for our family dinner on it was Sunday. BJ's Brew House, another chain. Oh God, our service there was awful. This ruined, my whole plan for the day. What I'm trying to do with eating is still the same. Kind of like what a dietitian would recommend with your plate. Half the plate veggies, half the plate, or a quarter of the plate protein, and then the other quarter fiber. Not really great with that fiber part, honestly. Is that causing me problems? Maybe. Maybe that's another issue. It is hard. Because a lot of foods don't have a good amount of fiber in them. I did see a video, let's see, where you want 30 grams of protein at each meal. 30 to 40 probably would be best. And then 30 grams of fiber, correct? And what was the other thing? Darn it, you guys. I've been trying to live by this. No more than 30 grams of carbs. I am really limiting my carbs. Definitely not taking them out total. But like if I go to a restaurant, my order at BJ's was chicken. They were out of the sauce. Literally, it took her forever to get to our table, but there weren't many servers there. She was nice. Not the best service, but let me tell you, not the worst at all. Not blaming anything on her. So my daughters and I all had a